Hello everyone, we're on chapter 11 and we're on paragraph 5. Paragraph 5 just begins with an introduction to a quote, so we're not really going to spend too much time on that part of the paragraph, so let's get started. The supporters of the concept of purpose believe that by surrendering it, they would also have to surrender all order and uniformity in the world. Listen, for example, to Robert Hammerling. And paragraph 5 is summarized as follows. Those who support this concept of purpose believe that they give up this idea that they will be giving up order and uniformity in the world. That's pretty self-explanatory. The quote will probably highlight that concept a little bit more. So as well, 6 and 7 are just split parts of the quote. So I'll probably explain those paragraphs once I'm finished 7. So we're going to move on to 6. As long as there are instincts in nature, it is folly to deny purposes therein. Just as the formation of a limb of the human body is not determined and conditioned by an idea of this limb floating in the air, but by its connection with the greater whole, the body to which the limb belongs, so the formation of every natural object, be it plant, animal, or man, is not determined and conditioned by an idea of it floating in the air, but by the formation principle of the totality of nature, which unfolds and organizes itself in a purposeful manner. And on page 191 of the same volume, we read, "The theory of purpose maintains only that, in spite of the thousands of discomforts and distresses of this mortal life, there is a high degree of purpose and plan unmistakably present in the formations and developments of nature. A degree of plan and purposefulness, however, which is realized only within the limits of natural law, and which does not aim at a fool's paradise where life faces no death, growth, no decay, with all their more or less unpleasant but quite unavoidable intermediary stages." And paragraph 6 is summarized as follows. Robert Hammerling is confusing these two ideas of purpose and law. He believes that despite many distresses, there is a high degree of purpose found in nature. He believes that a thing, such as a plant, animal, or man, is not determined by some idea floating in the air, that is a law, but by a principle that organizes itself purposefully. So paragraph 7 just covers the rest of this quote from Robert Hammerling, so I'll just finish reading that. When the opponents of the concept of purpose set a laboriously collected rubbish heap of partial or complete, imaginary or real maladaptations against a whole world of miracles of purposefulness, such as nature exhibits in all her domains, then I consider this just as quaint. And 7 is summarized as follows. Hammerling believes that the opponents of the concept of purpose are wrong, as he believes in the idea of purpose in nature. Steiner's going to clarify the paragraphs 5 to 7, but basically what Hammerling is pointing out is that purpose he considers it a principle that organizes itself purposely. So Steiner's going to clarify more about this in the next paragraph. Again, the main points in paragraphs 5 to 7 is Hammerling is talking about his concept of what he sees as purpose. He says here, there's a high degree of purpose and plan unmistakably present in the formations and developments of nature, a degree of plan and purposefulness which is realized only within the limits of natural law. He also goes on to say anyone that basically is opposed to this whole theory, he thinks this is nonsense because he considers what's going on in the world, that there's a lot of purpose and order and structure and whatnot. And so that's basically what these paragraphs are about. And it seems like these supporters of this concept of purpose also think if we don't believe in this concept of purpose as they describe it, all order and uniformity in the world will be lost. Steiner's going to talk more about this concept. He's going to talk more about their concept of purpose. Their concept Hammerling's concept of purpose is a little different from how Steiner is using purpose, because as mentioned, Steiner believes purpose can really only be applied to human action. And in the next paragraph 8, he's going to talk about this and really clarify this paragraphs 5 to 7. But I don't think I'll have time to cover that. So that's all we're going to cover in this session. So if you have any questions or comments, just send me a message. Bye.